weird. What's up, YouTube? Homer Rex and Jeremy here. Been on a little hiatus, we've had some things going on. We had a birth in the family.
Yes, birth in the family.
Jeremy's a proud uncle. Congratulations to my cousin Brianne.
Yeah.
And little Amelia and Luke.
Yeah,
the main man, Luke. We are going to do a Deadpool review.
Yes.
Awesome movie.
The rated R comic book movie that has now made every movie want to become rated R.
Super fun, super rated R.
You know what? That was one thing. And we'll go in the review in a little bit here. I expected it to be a little bit more raunchier than it was. I mean, it was raunchy, but I was expecting like over the top.
I didn't know what to expect. I went with my girl, my fiance, and we thought about bringing her 11-year-old cousin.
No.
I'm glad we didn't, because she would have had to leave, and I would have had to stay and watch it.
I'm invested. I gotta know.
So yeah, glad we didn't do that, but it could have been more raunchy. I think they did it exactly how.
Yeah, it was a perfect little drop of. In case you haven't realized, we liked it. It's a perfect little drop of raunchiness and extreme violence and.
Yeah.
But let's get in a little summary, get everything out of the way. So, Deadpool stars Ryan Reynolds, who at one time played Deadpool in X-Men Origins, to a disastrous result. But either way, Deadpool, the merc with the mouth, he basically is Wolverine. He can heal himself at any time when he gets hurt. But he breaks the fourth wall constantly. He knows he's a comic book character, and he doesn't mind telling everybody he's a comic book character. Because this is not a comic book movie as much as it is a comedy.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we'll start. How'd you think? On a comedy scale alone, what do you think?
Comedy scale, I laughed plenty.
Yeah, you laughed your ass off. It's hard not to.
Every other scene was good, and they had tons of callbacks. Like you said, he's breaking the fourth wall all the time. He he makes comments about himself, Ryan Reynolds, being an actor. He makes, comments about Hugh Jackman and Wolverine. I don't know if Hugh Jackman had any connection to the movie, like producing.
I don't think he had any connection to the movie itself.
I think it's just a Wolverine connection.
I think Deadpool's character has a history of just making fun of Wolverine.
Yeah, so that was good. He made callbacks to the Wolverine movie that he played in. Like they had a little figurine, he picked up the old Deadpool figure. Then he also had the nice little in his wallet. He had that picture of Green Lantern. Yeah, because he one time played Green Lantern as well. Even the joke we were talking about, where he makes fun of the two separate Professor X's. Oh in the movie. That's a great joke. Oh yeah, another joke is they pull up to the Xavier's
big ass
mansion. He's like, man, this is a big house for just 2 people. It's almost like they couldn't afford any more X-Men.
And that is the key, because they've already said number 2 is coming. And I believe the director said, we don't really want no more money. We don't really want a bigger budget, which is right. These movies have to stay on Deadpool because they are just comedic movies, and he is the heart of your comedy because when he was in that suit was when the movie was on its absolute best, I thought.
I agree. I mean, and Ryan Reynolds was dedicated to the character, I believe. I've heard a lot of rumors.
He championed getting this movie made.
I even heard, I don't know if it's from a reliable source or what, but I heard he actually took a pay cut just to even do the movie.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
he wanted to get done that bad.
They've been trying to make this movie for, I think, like 7 years or something like that.
So, kudos to Ryan Reynolds for putting in all his effort, and everybody that made the movie is awesome.
There are a couple complaints, though.
I'll let you start with the complaints.
All right. So really, there was only 2 complaints I had with this movie. The first one was the villains themselves. And not that they're bad, it's just you never find anything out about them. You don't know why they're doing the things they're doing or anything like that. You just kind of like, all right, you're thrown into this world. These people exist. No idea why or what they even do. Why would they help this guy? Because they seem to have no end game with helping anybody, that was just a little issue. It's just like I don't even know. I don't know the female villain lead's name. I don't know if they ever said it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you her name. The main villain, Ajax.
I can tell you his name.
I don't know.
Spell it out for you too.
They kind of gave him a little origin story. They said he kind of went through the same thing that Deadpool did.
Yeah, I mean, like
everybody turns out different, of course.
I just think that they could have used a little bit more time with the villains to explain who they are. The other issue I had is this movie jumps back and forth between his past and what's going on right now. And that's done extremely well, except for the first time. The first time I felt like they spent too much time going over Wade's story, and it was too much of a gap, too long of a gap between the next time you saw Deadpool. Because when you start this movie, you're with Deadpool automatically, and it pulls you right in. Then that chunk is about a half hour long where there's no Deadpool, all his backstory, and I do think that I would have liked that trimmed down a little and gotten back to Deadpool a little quicker.
They could have trimmed it down a little bit, but I mean, I think the majority of people just don't know about Wade, you know, so they kind of try to.
Yeah, I don't
probably never see it again.
I don't know his origin story either, so I can't really, you know. I wanted to learn it. I'm not saying that. It was just, man, I just wanted to see Deadpool because the movie starts so like hilarious and so action filled.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. Then we go to the story, and don't get me wrong, the Ryan Reynolds stuff is funny. It's not as funny as when Deadpool's on screen, though.
Yeah, he almost turns into a different character.
Yeah.
One thing I had to complain about too is, you know, they didn't really show how crazy Deadpool was.
Yeah.
They kind of kept him on the lighter side because sometimes he can get pretty grim, and you know, he has those goofy moments and then he has the blow up moments. He blows up and then he's right back to goofy. They had a few of those, but he never really flew off the handle.
Yeah, and they show you at times the kind of person he is and the kind of person that, you know,
Deadpool made him into be.
Yeah, like they do these things. They do show you. I mean, I understand what you're saying. You could have used a little bit more of just like, let's see him go crazy.
Yeah, because we all know that he goes nuts. Yeah. Sometimes he just loses perspective, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, but those are minor complaints and an otherwise great movie. So let's go straight to the scores. I feel
straight to the scores. I'll go first. I'm going with a 9. I'm just going with a 9 strictly on entertainment value. I mean, how I felt coming out of the movie. I was happy. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I mean, there wasn't too many holes in the movie. I mean,
no, there really isn't. No.
I don't know. You can't really break down a comedy movie or a superhero movie you would other movies, but
I think by definition, a lot of times comedies get a little bit.
They get a little slack.
A little bit more slack because I'm right with you on that 9 too, because it's everything it said it was going to be, and it did it perfectly. It's like it's funny as hell, it's violent as hell.
And again, if it ever exceeds my expectations, it gets a higher number because I kind of didn't think it would be that good.
Oh, well, I'm kind of with you on that too. I was like, you know, I just don't know if Deadpool's going to transfer to the breaking of the fourth wall, and I was wrong, but I was even thinking I didn't think it was a bad idea to do a PG-13 one since he broke the fourth wall and have him censored. You know, and like him being aware that he's being censored. I thought you had a joke to play with there.
Yeah.
And I thought like, oh, you shouldn't have abandoned that. But then after I saw the movie, I was like, no, you should have ditched that damn thing right out the door. Because I was clearly wrong.
Not work.
It's like, no, it worked fine how it is. You didn't need to do none of that. That would have been like trying to be too clever.
Yeah.
So, no.
So, what's your number? Solid 9?
Oh, I said 9.
Solid 9?
Oh, you threw the 9 up there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So it's a combined 9.
Combined 9. Alright guys, this is Homer Rex and Jeremy. Sorry we took so long to get out a video. We'll be posting a lot more quicker.
And I promise we'll get you the ranking videos for last year as soon as we can. You know, I'm going to say it before Batman and Superman.
It's out there. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.